Hello Pisces, this is Victoria and I'm here with your October Tarot Forecast. Welcome to my channel, whether you're new or you're coming back. I hope you're excited for this month. There is a lot going on, and for a second between the eclipses, the big super moon that we just had at the end of September and an important new moon happening in October, is going to be pretty much of a reset in energy as we come into the season of winter and next year. And it's the energy that will be setting you up for focusing on, I don't want to say the proper way of doing things, but it will definitely be away from things that are not working properly, right? Relationships that don't work. So you'll be moving away from those to something that works, right? Or improving those to something that works, right? You'll be seeing more and more on how to get there, what that picture to be picture looks like, and what are the steps to take towards those. So yes, please pay attention to this time. It's probably gonna bring in important insights. Journaling is important during this time if you have a chance to do that. If not, at least take a mental note for yourself of the new information, the new sensations, the new impressions that you're getting from even seemingly mundane things. And that will be important data feed for you to continue to build on and to take you to your happiness and success. All right, so let's get started with an oracle card, and then I'll move on to a love situation, career, and advice from the universe. And then at the end, I'll post some messages from your person of interest to yourself. So we have Mystic Healer for you. Healing energy flows through you, as it should for Pisces. Pisces is traditionally the energy connected to emotions, so it's more about emotional healing, to the other realms, if that's something of interest, also to connection to ancestors and any people that have passed on, connection to those, right? So it's more of a dreamland, more of that cosmic vibration. And yes, as the healing energy flows through you, it helps from the cosmos. It helps you see clearly and heal certain scenarios in yourself, and it helps you share of this information, of this experience with the mankind, you know, with people around you, and start changing their lives. Who knows? And I was just talking about journaling, right? So big dreams, big like, you know, the dreams you're seeing at night, that's the dream I'm meaning. Any visions, anything, daydreaming, right? Record that. That's important. That's almost like your language, you know, the language between you and the universe. So let's see what we have for Pisces in the months of October. I am doing this for Sun, Moon, Rising, Ascendant, and Venus, by the way. So make sure to check the other readings for other placements. I am publishing them on the channel as we speak, so if they're not on there yet, they will be there very, very soon. King of Pentacles, you could be dealing with an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Page of Wands. The Ace of Wands. All right, some passion stirring up. For your career space, we have the Past, which is Four of Wands. Important contracts. The Justice card. Stillness, which is Four of Swords. Advice from the universe, Nine of Pentacles. Three of Wands. And the Hermit. Could be dealing with a Virgo or Libra. Bottom of the deck, Temperance, Sagittarian energy. But yeah, Temperance, especially in this deck, is asking us to look at the balance within, right? Which is very much connected with healing, right? And yes, a lot of times it's yin and yang energy. It's the masculine and the feminine within us, which we all have regardless of gender or orientation. And it's a big part of the healing process in general. And that's a very loaded topic, which I'm not going to go into right now. But if you think about it, then roughly any kind of emotional distress or mental health issue, or like just generally stress, could be attained to the disbalance between the masculine and the feminine within and without, right? But it all starts with balance within, and that's what we can impact, and that's what we should be working with. So yes, it looks like a lot of that alchemical process is going to be happening for you in the months of October, helping you rebalance and figure out where you stand, what your true wants, needs, and dreams are. Yeah, so the King of Pentacles, I'm getting that that's like your vision of a partner. This is the partner that actually comes along. And take gender how it resonates. It doesn't have to be masculine, but this is like the spouse material, husband/wife. You know, somebody who is successful, confident, mature, practical, good husband, father, head of household, that kind of idea, right? In the meantime, you get the Page of Wands, and in this specific deck, it's got this reptilian skin on him, and the whole posture, everything shows that kind of masculine bravado, this kind of arrogant person, right? And they do have a lot of passion, they do have a lot of attraction, whether it's somebody who's already in your life or someone that is looking to get something started with you, because I'm hearing that for some of you this is just somebody on the horizon that is new, that you haven't been in a relationship with. But yeah, that person may be fired up and excited and passionate, but it's not necessarily coming from a good place. So be very careful, and that's where that inner balance is going to be critical to define, to discern how healthy this is and how much can you trust this person and that energy, right? And we see here this Ace of Wands, so it's actually part of the advice of where you should be, Pisces, right? Connect with your inner fire, right, with your soul's passion, but something that goes beyond the emotional level, beyond the conscious level, right, to get some guidance from deep within on what it's like, right? And a lot of times I feel this is the most helpful if you're able to access that layer, because it still takes us a minute to assess the person's viability, let's call it that way, just from communication, right? And some people are really skillful in creating a front, in certain ways to manipulate, right? So you know, by the time that you know it, you may be too deep into it and the damage is done, whether you want it or not, right? So yes, trusting that inner fire, that inner voice is super important. So you're being asked to activate that more than ever right now. If it's somebody who's already in your life, then yeah, this is the assessment of how far this can go, or you know, I'm getting for some it's the experience of like seeing certain immaturity, but having hope for one or another reason that this can change, this will change, right? So this is going to tell you, that voice is going to tell you, is that really the case? Or that person is not willing to change and it's not going to happen anytime soon. For the career space, so looks like again, well, that rebalancing in the energy, it's causing certain karmic cycles to close out, right? Allowing you to sign important agreements, contracts. For some, find a new job. For others, sign agreements with partners and clients, right? Whatever it is, this is something long-term. This is something solid. This is something to be excited about. It's also going to be, you'll get an opportunity to take some rest. For some of you, it could be a vacation, a break. from work altogether. For others, it's more like a quiet time where you can take a step back and see the bigger picture of where your business or your career is going. The life-work balance falls into this space, making sure that just as a Justice card, that it's all balanced out and there is no sacrifice, right? Especially when it comes to life-work balance. Even if your work is something you're truly passionate about, invested in, like it's coming from a good place and it's coming from you, it's like your personal decision, right? At the end of the day, it's important to show that responsibility to yourself and of course to your loved ones on how much that coincides with your personal happiness, with how you take care of yourself, your health and wellness. Do you have quality time with loved ones, etc., etc. Whatever that image is for you. Advice from the universe. 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, and the Hermit. Yes, this is going to be time. Again, this is more of a solitude. The Hermit energy is also a healer, by the way. But this is more on a physical level, on a practical level, right? So whilst you're in the dreamland and connecting with the ancestors to understand potentially Akashic records, themes, ancestral karma, generational cultural wounding, right, which are topics that we all carry with us in one or another way, right? So especially if you have some sort of wounding or trauma that or a pattern that you can't really draw like a line back to a certain event in the past, where it started, how, why, right? There's a good chance it is past life karma or it's generational karma. So while you're tackling those big questions, don't forget about the practical aspect of it. So I was just talking about it in that health and wellness piece. That's what this card is reminding you about. And yes, hold your boundaries and set manifestation for what you need, you want individually, right? A lot of times, and Pisces is more of an energy of like the community or the whole mankind. We try to make things work for everyone, or we feel our responsibility to take care of other people, right? But it's very important not to forget where you stand personally, not in a selfish way, but in a self-loving way, right? Because that's what's going to remind you who you are, and that's actually essentially going to help you contribute to the community, to the humanity in a better way, because you are expected to contribute based on your own happiness, wellness, and your talent, your gifts, right? Not just from a formal obligation. It's supposed to be part of that happy scenario, let's put it that way. It doesn't take away from you, that actually makes you even more abundant. Messages for Pisces from their person of interest. Alright, we got Knight of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. Yeah, so your person is basically saying they see you as somebody very powerful, very strong in your will and determination, like long-term vision, and they admire that about you. They are even a little bit scared. Look at this Knight of Pentacles that's kind of like behind the Queen, right? But kind of all covered in armor and even with a helmet on, is a kind of in a protection mode, right? So sometimes they're intimidated by how powerful and how much of a visionary you are. But that's what they admire. And although a lot of times they feel like they don't have a lot to offer, or they don't have a lot to offer right now, they are doing their best, and they definitely hope that this is for the long run with you. And slowly but surely, but they are progressing in their journey of becoming a better version of themselves, becoming a more abundant partner that can provide, that can feel worthy next to someone like you, Pisces. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all, and please, please, please stay safe, healthy, and happy, and watch the readings for other placements. Bye, everyone.